Hello, my name is Steph. If you'd like to come on and have a seat for some
Members.
daily inspiration or symbolic support, we're going to do a pick a card today. I will reveal in just a moment. We'll scry the ink blot for shapes and symbols that may speak to our psyche and psychic senses. We'll add on some tarot and oracle, and where Mr. Ghosty here is, boop boop, we have GhostTube kick in for any audio additions from the afterlife that may further add to our auric adventures. Overall, please do receive a release freely. If you are new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome home.
I love you.
I love you as well. I am so grateful for your time, attention, and awareness, as your presence and perspective is powerful. Gratitude. When you're ready, timestamps below. Let's go. Here are your 3 doors. Now, maybe in choosing your daily inspiration, you'd like to go AM, afternoon, and PM. Maybe you want to check in. That's cool. Or you want to go 1, 2, 3, whatever the case is. Or if you're choosing more than one, 3, 2, or 3, 1, whatever feels good.
Lock it.
So there you go. If you want to take a moment to tune in, and I will reveal the image so you can choose as well. So when you're ready, the image will be revealed. No, we're going to reveal the image in it. I'll see you in whichever timestamp below in the description box or comments. I'll see you there. Bye. Good morning. The good morning door or card 1. Whatever we want to call it. Door 1. We'll just call it door 1. Let's go. Let's go. When you're ready for the reveal, take a nice deep breath. Cleanse the palette of perception. Release the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support in the name and honor of anyone here at any time. Thank you for being my muse, and may you meet a message with meaning. We're going to knock on this door because we're fun here. We're fun. Here you go. If you want to take a screenshot so you can scry later in your own time, by all means, personal use only. And always feel well to comment below what you see, sense, or feel, or drop an emoji. Any interactions with the channel is appreciated. Okay, so... Okay. Okay, first of all, sorry, nose plug.
Sin.
But there's also, I'm trying to find my words. It's almost as if I want to say earmuffs, but they're not. It's, what is that thing? Oh, I remember it from, I think it was like the 90s. The Whisper 2000. The Whisper 2000. I don't know what else to say about that. The Whisper 2000. Can I? Yeah, I can see you in there. It's almost as if there's this conversation that's being heightened. Maybe this is within the human and higher self, or the heart and head, or the yada yada yada. I am getting the feeling though it's outside. Like in a conspiratorial, I guess it's not conspiratorial, but in a technology way, it could be devices listening, neighbors. Maybe you have a nosy neighbor, something along that lines. Because the way I'm seeing it is actually like spy tech. I'm not saying that this energy is a spy, but I'm going to wander here for a moment if you'd like to join me. And if this isn't your part of the Scry story, thank you for holding space for others. It's as though there's this energy, could be...
Moron.
Hi, how you doing? Good morning. Angels, aliens, atmospheric elements, even the trees around your property, the rocks in your driveway, whatever the case is. And they're listening. But I feel like I'm having a conversation with myself or with somebody that I align with. That it's like the Jerry Maguire, help me, help you, help me. This conversation helps each other illuminate. I I think they're getting excited that I'm going to say it this way, that you're figuring it out, and not to make it a puzzle or a paradox. It is through the experience of existing that I feel like something
Under.
is foggy here. Because you are in the under. Maybe you are also down under. Maybe if you're in Australia. Hello. Okay, there's something else coming through. Yeah, see these eyebrows here? There's an awakening. You might even be awakening at nighttime, like unexpected visitor, let's say, or something along that lines. Somebody has a parent in spirit that is watching over them. There's also something about a boat. I don't know what this boat is. I feel a little cross-eyed. And I'm being focused right, like where my glasses sit, like right in that space. Is there like a little bone there, or is it cartilage? Regardless, that is where I am focusing. In a weird way, I want to say my nearsightedness and farsightedness are connecting. Hi, Frank. Help is on the way. We're going to go through the shaman's palm. So this is the cave of ice. Whether you resonate with the word or the artistry, please follow your own intuition, as I tend to read the art, because there's connection as above, and you're below and the under of the above. And they're listening. They're listening. Also to this parent in spirit, they're listening. They're listening. I do feel like it's a father or grandfather. It is a masculine energy.
Trapped.
Cave of winds in the mind. Oh, is this what I'm awakening to? Some sort of maybe trap of my own mind. I feel like I might also have to be making a decision about something. There is a woodpecker. There is a woodpecker here that is chiseling, because I'm seeing a chisel, like woodworking chisel. Am I chiseling out boundaries, or a burrowing? And the cave of hearth fires is change. Oh. Okay, so see this motion? It's like the way I'm seeing this personality behavior is like, oh, I don't want to. Oh, I don't want to. Oh, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Can you hear him?
Could be mucus, sinus infection. If you're going through a change, now if this change is like menopausal, like more physiological, or midlife, to changing careers, relationships, the yada yada yadas, or if I may, I'm going to kind of land into the place that I'm sensing it, is in this awakening. Oh. Awakening, the clear hearing. Pick a Claire. What's the Claire of the clear hearing? Sorry, too liminal already. And I wake up with like the surprise, like you're hearing things. So it kind of feels like I'm spying, but no, I'm not spying, but I'm spying because I can hear. I'm going to say the other side. It's but of one opportunity, but there's an obstacle like earwax, and it becomes softer. You might feel in your heart pulled a little bit, because it is surprising. Like you could be walking about and then just hear Johnny, or you might hear don't go in there. Very, like, it's like I can hear my intuition blatantly. It is the loved one that you're waiting to hear from, and it's like, I love you. Or You're out and about in the world and you're talking to this friend, and this spirit or other spirits of their home are around, excuse me, and they're like spying in on this conversation, but they're really just there. And you hear whatever it is you're saying to your friend or vice versa, and it's like, take that chance. And you're like, so I have this weird thing. Anyway, do you know what I'm saying? That's what it feels like.
I'm inside it.
In the cave of rivers of how you're feeling is nature and divine timing. Maybe this is something you've been working on. Or like, when was the change going to happen? When was this I don't want to call it metamorphosis because that's not the right word. It's not the right word. I want it to be the right word if I'm being honest with you, but I know it's not the right word. This nature, if you see this symbols, I feel like this is in the change. It's almost as if there are sigils in the body meridians that are starting to lighten up. When I say lighten up, I don't mean like, oh, lighten up from the heaviness. No, 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 no. Imagine if you see in a fantastical movie, or I don't know, Indiana, pick something, and there's a marking on a wall, and when you touch it, it literally glows. Glows is the word I want. I just realized that I'm like wearing very 1970s colors and lots of browns and blues, but it could be colors, different shades of poo as well. All right. Cave of Earth. Love. Oh my goodness. I'm feeling all sorts of love in here, even from the beginning. Did Ghost Tube say I love you? I think it did say I love you. Hopefully I did imagine that. If you've been waiting for a message from a loved one, please know that they are listening to your words. Through your grieving process and their grieving process transitioned, they are hearing your words and they are listening. If you're in a new relationship and you've had a partner pass or cross over, please know that they want you to love. Do not worry if this would be a shocking thing, because they are in their form and their boundary is larger of perception. If you are going through a change, and whatever this case is, of it even could be clearer smelling and hearing, because a lot of this is like the mucus here. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just the way I'm seeing it to help me, like with the nose, like clear smelling and clear hearing. And it's almost like the mucus is turning into gold, like there's flow. And I want to bridge these two together. If you've been working with your guides as well, I feel like you might have been a little heartbroken at some point in time, because it's like, the way I'm hearing it is anyway, excuse me, is where are you? Where are you? And I'm going to be cheeky. The question that comes back is, well, where are you? All right, I'm going to head over to door 2. I'll see you there if you're joining me, or maybe in the afternoon, or another day and time whenever you receive this. Thank you so much. Love you. Bye. Door 2. Let's go. All right, when you're ready, if you'd like to close your eyes, cleanse the palate, release the race and the rush, activate your abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support in the name of honor of anyone here at any time. May you meet a message with meaning. We'll knock on the door because we're fun. When you're ready, there you go. Of course, if you'd like to comment below what you see, sense, or feel well to do so. Drop an emoji. Any interactions with the channel truly is appreciated. And I know what that means. And I'm just very grateful. Okay. If you take a screenshot as well, personal use only.
See this.
I'm going to go in. Okay. I don't know that the lighting is allowing it to come through, but there is like a white halo right here. There's also white here. Oh, yeah, I can see it a little bit, and down here. Oh, something about crescent moons. Also, I'm seeing this like a person almost. Maybe armpits. Something about the armpits. Or under the arms. Under the arms. Oh, and then I'm coming into Under Armour. Under Armour. Under Armour. I feel like the crescent moon is sticking its tongue out at me. Here's the other thing. Some
I'm weak.
Singing bowls. I'm actually seeing it this way, and it's like this crescent moon is like I'm seeing inside, and it's making like that noise. I know, like me trying to hum it out isn't what it is, but that's close to what I'm hearing. Yeah, I don't know how else to say that.
How did you get here?
There's a... Okay, this came out... Look at my sweaty fingers. Leaving marks. Heat. Even like in that Under Armour, like isn't that what it's about? Like it can... sweat wicking. Sweat wicking. Anyway. Again, partridges or
Church.
doves are coming through. Partridges came through the other day somewhere.
Scratch.
I feel... Do you know that this... I'm just feeling it now. On my community post when I had shared I had a dream the other day. Well, actually it was a void of a dream. I'm either a very active dreamer and I remember like all these crazy details, or they're void and they're nothing, and they're both beautifully balanced and I appreciate them. When I have the void sleeps, it feels like blinks. Anyway, it's not the point. On my community page, I had shared that I had one of these like void dreams, and all I could remember when I woke up is the word lifted. That's all I could remember.
Open.
Anyway, and I shared a song that I had found through my sitting with that. I don't have any affiliation with it. I've never even heard it before, but it was where I was led to. Anywho, see if the light... There it is. Now we can see all the white. This is how I feel with all like this light and density working together. And it's almost as if the sound under my arms or in my Under Armour is helping me lift off. This is a very peculiar shape I'm seeing in here, and I have seen it before and I don't know what it means. And that's always a weird feeling, right? Oh, where are we going? Up there? Oh, Stephanie, thank you. I have seen it before. There's somebody stepping forward, or this is your energy with their arms out, and it's kind of like ta-da. It's giving me a ta-da feel. Man, that shape is real sticking in my craw. I know I have seen you before. Why can't I place it? I'm asking it to change so I can kind of like wrap my head around it differently. Okay, on one hand, I'm seeing this like a land mass of light. A land mass of light. This may be...
Where are you?
Yeah, where are you? It's, I'm going to say this. It's almost like a piece of heaven, or what one would call your spirit, your ethereal body, your spirit body, the non-obstructed body, self, soul, spirit, whatever you want to call it. And it kind of feels, in the best way I can say, it feels like home. And I'm hearing that song by Chantal Kravietz. Feels like home to me. Feels like home to me. Yeah, okay. Now, in the negative space of this, I'm seeing... I could say a cup or a chalice, but look how long the stem is. Somebody getting a gift. I see this, feel like it's being wrapped. I'm also seeing like a tight squeeze of a cavern, a tight squeeze of the cavern. Something about the spine going beyond the butt and continuing through the space between the legs, like all the way down to the earth. I'm not trying to be a dirty bird, but
Nurse.
like all the way down. There's a sword. It's like if a sword and a cup got together. A sword and a cup got together. The handle is wood, maybe more wandy feel. In the substance of this lifting, like you would lift glasses, you would lift and cheers, because it's definitely a celebration. And it's like all the pieces or symbols, even say, of the tarot, as I realize that's just coming through, it's harnessed in your earthly expression. There's something about the hands.
It's
All right,
outside.
let's go into the shaman's palm. Cave of ice. Somebody might be having cold hands, might be working with ice therapy as well. Yeah. You might also be sensing other prismatic paradigms in your perspective, but sensing it in your feet, your hands, your head, whether that's in thoughts or it's like touching other layers of existence. And it feels colder. Like in the paranormal world, like, oh, there's a cold spot. It's kind of what it feels like. Resilience here in the cave of ice.
Who is she?
If anything stands out to you, please follow that. Give me a moment. Even like see if this is a body. And this is like what I'm carrying. I've been released of this. Like I drop everything. I'm also seeing a lathe. A lathe, if you've ever took woodworking, anything like that. Like a candlestick. In the Cave of Winds is attraction card 44. So this is bringing me back to the armpit thing of different signature scents. Maybe you're creating a signature scent. Maybe you have just a natural scent. There's been some hard work. So sweat is a scent as well. And it's not necessarily a bad one. Just I feel like you've done a lot of work resiliently to be lifted off. Cave of Hearth Fires. Where are you lifting? Okay. Lifting off to. Oh, you've been super patient in the heart. But it's almost like I'm going to release this red balloon. And a red balloon might mean something to you. And it's like I'm going to lift off into space. My awareness is attracting something in my mind.
Stop recording.
Yeah, I can't do that. Sorry, we're in the midst of this. And then we have here resistance in the Cave of Rivers of how you're feeling. And then Cave of Earth, purity. This is all that white everywhere. There's the earth feel. Okay. On the bottom is assessing. I am literally assessing as I'm here with you. I am assessing.
Bring it to me.
And maybe this is what you're doing. You're assessing what is being attracted to you, what is, who, what, where, when, why's, channels of opportunity, the people, the places, the things. And you've been very patient in this awareness. The work. And I think it wanders into physical work, metaphysical work, multi-dimensional work. But there's this big old cheers of like chalices clinging. Okay, so I want to come into here for a moment because it's like this person has been to a party and it might feel like the party's over because there's a graduation. You got to lift off. You got to leave middle school to go to high school. You got to leave high school to go to college if that's the route you took. You know, you leave one relationship to open space for another, but to look at what you're attracting in that way, what you might be resisting. There's also something rising up from the ground from this. To be honest with you, what I feel like when
Lights.
I go through here and maybe lift off, oh, I feel so lovingly light. I mean, like physically light, like being submerged in water or space. I feel weightless. I feel weightless. These might even also be astral travels or out of body
False.
experiences. All right, easy, easy, easy. But when I go through this and I feel this weightlessness and there's this sound, like the sound bowls just kind of humming around me. Okay, thank you. Oh, they're all on all cards. See this symbol here? And we are in the moon of the Oracle deck. It's like that symbol, but just move that to the other side. Okay, that's fine. I don't need to get constipated about it. And then I come back here to earth. And from this, it's like I rise back up and I'm like, yes, I can. I don't know if I just feel rejuvenated, like I have this power not to resist reality, not to resist the earthly existence, not to fight it so much, but it's like, I think I received something. Communication is what I'm going to call it. And I'm like, yes, I feel renewed and I feel refreshed and I feel light as a feather, not stiff as a board, light as a feather.
Worship.
Why? Because, oh, yes, yes. Also, something about the wintertime could be impeccably inspiring, or whenever your winter season is coming up for you. It's like I'm not resisting even the things that I wish to attract, but I feel very, very light. But I have taken some time, some seasons to assess. I've tried the resilience way. I've tried the resistance way in their typical topical definitions. And you've realized what that, you already know that alchemy, that equation. You already know that. And while those resilience and resistance have a place that are super powerful, this is somewhere else. This is something else. It's broadening that.
Buried.
And it's like, I tried this way and I tried that way. They are both limited. So I'm going to assess what it is that I'm attracted to and what's attracting me. And I am going to be patient in purifying this part. Because when you come out, and even beginnings is right here, right behind it. And it's like, I've arrived. Ta-da. On my own terms. Whatever that might mean for you. On your own terms. And you can kind of air out and just be lifted. All right, pile 2. I will see you on the flip side if you've chosen another door, and if not, I love you. Timestamps are all below, all that kind of good stuff. Till next time, bye. Deux, trois. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, we'll just go. We'll go. Yeah. If you'd like to take a moment to cleanse the palate, close the eyes. Release the race and the rush.
Blue.
Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. And at any time, for anyone, when you make it here, may you meet a message with meaning. Let's knock on this door. And when you're ready, here we go. Oops. Okay. If you want to take that in, you feel well to take a screenshot, personal use only, so you can scry in your own time. Or drop an emoji. Feel well to see what you... Feel well to share what you see, sense, or feel. Any interactions with the channel is appreciated. Yeah, there's a lot going on in here. I feel like I'm with a bunch of grave diggers. Like, I'm just seeing here, like, shovels. Okay, then there's climbing. There's a head up here. Like a bust. know those water chains? Is that a thing? I know
Where
it.
are you?
I know it's a thing. It's like from like people hang them from their gutters, and it's like a chain, and it draws the water down. Seeing water chains. This bust here, I don't know. It feels very important for me to notice it. What am I looking at? I'm watching. Did you say ritual earlier? I'm watching something. I am an apprentice. And I'm watching something happen here. I don't know if you can see the white in there. Yeah. I'm watching these two energies do something. I feel when I step into this energy, but always feel well to see, sense, and feel for yourself. I'm an apprentice of sorts to this specific aspect. Doesn't mean you're not a master somewhere else, but I feel like this is what a master does. There's healing happening over the head. When I say healing, it's I don't even know specifically actually if
Damage.
healing. Yeah, I don't know if healing is the right word. It's almost as if, as an example, it's like I have a writer's block, creative block. And I'm going to say spirit, whatever that means to you, is helping kind of inspire inspiration, invoke inspiration, ignite inspiration. Cannot do for you, but can accentuate or enhance what you do. By your actions, passive or active, mind, body, soul. There is I feel like I'm looking at a language that would be close to Braille.
I said no.
I also feel like I'm looking at chains that would, see it like my ceiling fan hangery things, like to elongate the chain, to light on, light off, light on, light off, those things. Okay, so there's also a sidebar here of, okay, the way I'm seeing this is,
Stephanie.
yes, I feel like I'm looking out at a town from maybe standing on a roof or something. It's something higher. It doesn't actually matter what it is. Maybe I'm floating astrally above above something. But I can see this town, all these houses, buildings, businesses, and I can see, I'm going to use the big old general term, spirits. There, because it's like when I look around, they're all different actions and active and passive actions. Some are interacting with the people in that house astrally, and they're going to go travel. Then I feel like I'm seeing other ones kind of like wash the windows of the home. I'm sure that symbolically means something somewhere. Then I'm seeing others. Can I bring it up so you can see it with me? It's not great, but there it is. It's like I can see all this activity. Some are shoveling out some debris that has been or is able to be composted from a consciousness standpoint. Some are emotional energies. I can just see them doing a bunch of different things. climbing up, climbing down. Somebody might have Papa Smurf means something. Papa Smurf. So yeah, I'm sure I didn't do a great way of explaining that. But so I can see all this activity. I don't know how else to say it. I can see all this activity. And it is
she told me
supporting it's like they're elementals, fae, fairies, but they're also, I can't limit it to that. There's so many of them. There's so many of them working everywhere. And I just happen to be looking at like rooftop scenarios and hovering above. There might also be some that understand like visiting alien ancestors. And like there's just so much activity. I haven't even looked down to the ground to see what might be going on closer to the earth, under the foundations, in the walls. This is just how I'm seeing it from this space. It's just a lot going on. It's a lot of work. There's a lot of work going on, but it's not work in the way I, as Steph, think of work from an earthly standpoint. This is purpose. This is purpose in play. That's how I'm seeing this. This is purpose. And all of these beings, people, places that are I can't even say stacked, but kind of placed like a big old survey or something like that. It's like each one, who your neighbors and everything, to your whole neighborhood, to your town, to your country, create a language that expresses itself. But each one, I got to go back personally because it's way too big if I wander out there. I feel like I get lost really, really quickly, which, okay, that's fine. The spirits are helping those go through the pressures, cold to diamonds, best way I can say. And then from that space, when the diamond has been created from the conditions, the like cutting a diamond or shaping a diamond, whatever the case is, I kind of feel like that's where I'm at. If I'm the one observing, that might be where you resonate. You've already learned to some extent how to, maybe transform your diamond into a shape. What is that called? Like the jewelry people, when they cut diamonds and they form them, whatever. Oh, you know what I'm saying. Like if I can imagine these energies and dancing on the rooftops, generating different things. Some are being drawn up, like I said, to ancestors in the sky. Very specifically, for some, is like what you would see as an angel or alien, to visiting astrally your ancestors. In the Cave of Winds, I have here freedom and miracles. Oh, do you see how this dude is standing on top? It's like if you could see all the houses, but it's like he's looking at the elements, the energies that are being generated, that are helping everything dance, creating miracles for people. I feel like I'm in like a Christmas story or something now, like Scrooge. And this is like seeing the energy of all this happen. Oh, it feels so wonderful. I feel very honored from this apprentice perspective to see this. Or I think it's always there. It's always there. Maybe it's an appreciation for it.
Hot.
It's like I'm creating miracles to be ordinary, not to diminish the essence of miracle. You know, the way we might think like, oh my goodness, it's a miracle. And while that's a fantastic feeling, but that's to become ordinary. That's what that feels like. Flow. And this is in the Cave of Hearth Fires. This is gold. The golden glow of quiet. Lots of fours in here.
Games.
Somebody is freed, if this message is for one, from how do I say, an aura that has been around them and tried to like change the color of your aura. That's gone now. It's like I'm standing up for that. I've stood up for myself, and I will continuously learn how to do that, because it's almost like the more shiny you are in your heart, it's like a bug zapper. It's ironic that it'll attract the very bugs, and nope, nothing against bugs, but it's like being so shiny attracts a certain kind of energy as well. There's a radiation from the heart that feels very important to acknowledge, because it's calm. I'm realizing that this card is kind of like the color of my shirt, which is really nice, because I don't know if it was pile 1 or pile 2, but I kind of felt like I was in like mustard poo brown color, which is fine too. I don't mind it. I don't mind it, but that's much nicer. It's much nicer. In the Cave of Rivers of Feeling is activation and abundance. This is a big deal. This is a big deal. This is what it's like, activating from this primal state into Babylon. I don't know enough terms, but that's what it feels like. From going primal to, anyway, trying to figure something out. Even see how there's like, he's looking, or cave drawings, and it's like I'm looking at all these coal also being used possibly for cave drawing, but like remnants of a primal time when primal perspective was activated. Gosh, this is like
love.
I feel like I'm surrounded by love, but it feels a little whirlwindy, like I am in the center of all these people dancing. And I don't know what to do about that. Like, Steph, I feel very appreciative, and I feel very overwhelmed. I feel like I want to cry. I feel like I want to dance with them. But I don't think I know the dance. I don't know that it's... Maybe this is the apprentice-y kind of feel. You absolutely could be a Sagittarius with all this fire here. Also Leo. The strength to go with the flow. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon, it's almost like the hangman of enlightenment, an enlightenment apprentice. But it's like this... Oh, I'm sorry if I'm yammering on. I don't even know where I'm at. The earthly experience is enlightenment in action. Does that make sense? It does. It makes sense. Enlightenment is embodied here in the earthly. It's in enlightenment in action.
Can you help me?
We are here to help you, and you are sorely helping us. If there's anything you need, by all means. Okay, Cave of Earth. Planning. Machu Picchu, Peru. I feel like that's pretty significant. It's like it all comes together here. It's on the bottom. Purification. Yeah, okay. Even from here,
who are you?
I am looking from a certain perspective to see this whole town, city that I was talking about. I'm not up here looking down. I'm here. And I can see all this. But see, there's all these energies and elements working. And I think Babylon is beyond here. That's where like I as Steph, like as I'm standing here, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to go through this whole maze of this earthly existence to get beyond the mountain rock, or climb the mountain rock to get to the other side of abundance, of Babylon, let's say. And I here in my cave of
Who are
winds,
you?
it's like I'm already standing on that rock up there, and I'm looking at this vast vista. Like it's a miracle I've even made it here. And every time I dig and take things, I feel like I'm adding to the chain of events. It's so beautiful. Now I'm seeing these all as hanging flowers. Hanging flowers. And they just kind of like wisp by. Yeah, kind of like butterfly kisses almost. But anyway, so I'm going to kind of leave it here. But what the point is like this whole experience is that this
Old souls.
Babylonian miracle, it's the whole thing is the miracle. The whole thing is enlightenment embodied. The whole earthly experience. It's not less than because it's in dense form. It is almost like one of the ultimate experiences. And it's not for like, no, that's not a nice way to say that. But it's almost to, thank you, forge your diamonds. All right, I'm going to let you go, pile 3 or door 3. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you on the flip side, excuse me, if you're deciding to go to door 1 or 2. As well, if you're part of the Secreter second tier society, you'll have access to the extended. So we will take all of them and flip them. And yeah, otherwise, all the links are below. So much love.